And they've been looking at a sink offensively.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Pass to Evans. Here's Vanderbilt. It's tipped.
And we look at both these teams, clearly have had some great showings so far in Summer League.
They both followed the same sort of path. Slow starts at first, but once the rookies got going, they have been on a roll throughout the elimination phase.
Lays it up and banks it in.
Hard to get that shot off with the size difference there. That makes them a really tough individual matchup, especially in the post.
That's a big challenge he's taking.
Big boys table now.
Of their last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is smash mouth basketball, guys.
Yeah, they're really imposing their will offensively and getting exactly the kind of looks they want.
Oh, that's an elegant move to drop in the floater.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by in the second half. To the middle. Here's Che. Add that basket to his impressive total. Brings him to 10 for 14.
We're seeing the shots dropping for them very well now.
Yeah, this has been an extremely efficient second half for them up to this point. Their coach has to be happy.
From France.
the game and scoring.
Now Walden. Shot clock at 5. From way back. Not gonna go that time. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Rockets out in front, leading by... And we return to Summer League basketball here in the 4th quarter. Great to have you with us. It's been a good one. To the inside. Shea with the bucket. And the Timberwolves with possession here. 19-point game. Now here is Culver. He's tightly guarded, and it's good. 2 points. One item that stood out is their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it's tough to defend.
And here's Shea outside. It's rebounded by Minnesota. 1 minute in now to the 4th quarter. Shot from 6. And the Timberwolves getting another bucket right there. With the prospect of making a big lead even bigger.
They should jump at this chance. Stretch that lead out as much as possible.
And Frazier gets it to go.
Boy, not a lot of resistance inside, and they're taking advantage.
That aspect of this game, the play in the paint, has gone almost entirely their way.
Absolutely.
Pass to Reed. Shoots the 3. Another shot. Martin, good.
Not enough bodies on the glass right there, and they paid for it.
And it'll happen again and again if they don't put more effort into boxing out.
And that's what it's all about, Brian. Rebounding, effort.
On the wing, Shea. Lets it go. The rebound by Reed.
He kind of short-armed that one after doing a nice job to get open. Disappointing.
Count that one.
You admire the attacking mindset. When Culver sees an opportunity like this, he grabs it.
Houston calls timeout. Pass to Howard. Inside. Here's Shea. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws for him. First free throw is good. And good on the second, so he makes both. Now the Timberwolves with it. Down by 15. Now here is Culver. Not a lot of room. Banked in off the glass.
Fantastic balance for Culver. He's good at staying in control despite the defense being right on him.
Pass to Shea. There's the 3. The Rockets with another miss.
Well, he's definitely a threat from deep, but it just hasn't been there for him tonight. You might want to avoid that shot for a while.
And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't take the lid off. Down low. And the shot goes in.
You know, he's made the most of his chances, hasn't he? He needs to keep on working for those good looks.
Time called here. The Timberwolves decide to talk it over. Walden. And stolen by Howard. inside. Nice pass, led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
They're not letting up, guys. They just keep coming at him.
And I think it's safe to say that lead is too big to overcome at this point. Just not enough time on the clock.
Yeah, absolutely. And that assist got a little nod from his teammate after the basket.
Pass to Harrison. And here's Howard. To the paint. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And the first one at the line is good. That one falls, so he hits them both. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by now. AW drives in, and Axel Walden slams it in.
Explosive leaping ability.
That was pretty, and he just has the effortless knack for getting inside.
It's almost like his home is the paint.
Yeah, and if the painted area is his home, then he's sure living comfortably. I mean, you'd hate to be the guy tasked with guarding him.
Pass to Evans. Here's Spellman. 6 to shoot. Evans. Again, the Timberwolves, good for 2.
This had come earlier. They might have been able to get back into it.
100%. They needed this a lot sooner than they got it.
Yeah, where was this earlier?
Jay outside. Takes the shot, and he gets the jumper to drop.
A terrific job tonight, Brian, of just taking care of business on their home court.
And those fans had a hand in the win. They gave this team a big lift all game. There was a great energy in the building.
Yeah, just your ears still ringing when you leave.
And the shot goes down. And they can just dribble the ball until the buzzer.
They've got to be happy with the effort, the result, the outcome. Great night.
W is a W. To the middle. Here's Vanderbilt. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it.
The one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's his hand doing the slamming.
Ooh, man, he is smooth as silk, even on the power finish.
Just so pretty.
That's part of what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish.
So we see the Rockets taking the W here. It's in the books, folks. Here are your Vegas Summer League champions. Great tournament for them.
And the GM of this team has to be thrilled with the way his young picks showed up for Summer League.
Shea was the biggest surprise for me, not for just this team, but for the whole Summer League. There's a lot to like there.
Well, it seems like they're ready for the trophy presentation. They've earned it, and I'm sure they are thrilled to be Summer League.
There he is, the revolutionary. I told you.
Take it easy, man. It's just Summer League.
Look at this cool cat. You'd think his college coach wasn't hired the day after he signed.
Hey, I appreciate you giving me a heads up on that, too.
I actually knew you could handle it. You were killing them out there, and I got somebody who wants to meet you.
Hey, so Z, who are we meeting?
Nah.
Who are you meeting? Go on. Now's your time.
Take a seat, little bro. When I first came into the league, I was just trying to prove myself. It was all about ball. It took me a while to understand the responsibility, the opportunity that I was given. You know, I speak for those without a voice, people who grew up like I did, poor, without hope. Those people, those kids, they exist on every corner of the globe, and they're all deserving of a chance. I believe no one person is capable of turning the tide, but we all have an obligation, because somewhere along the way, somebody picked us up, and that's why we pay it forward. You think you're ready for all of that?
I know I am.
Well, welcome to the league.
Sound eh. May naririnig kayong galing aircon.
This is it. Opening day. The regular season is set to begin, and we're thrilled to bring you all the live action right here on 2K Sports. And tonight, we'll see the Houston Rockets as they go up against the Milwaukee Bucks. With Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll be hearing from David Aldridge on the sideline. DA, take it away.
The Bucks took a massive leap in Coach Mike Budenholzer's first season in Milwaukee. Budenholzer said he joined the organization at the perfect time. The new facilities, the energetic fans.
The feeling, no doubt, mutual. Thanks, DA. Here's a look now what's coming up for the Milwaukee Bucks. On Saturday, they'll head back home to host the Miami Heat. Then on Monday, they'll take on Kevin Love and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Now a timeout called by Houston. They're trailing by 1. 5 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And this is it, guys. Down 1. They've got just enough time to work it around for a good shot, and it better be a good shot because it's the only shot they have.
A chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And he's provided them with a major mismatch on that low block tonight. That they've been able to lean on his scoring in the paint. And if nothing else has worked, he's given them a reliable option on every possession.
And this is the thing about Westbrook. He wants to take the responsibility when it matters most.
And so it's a narrow victory for Houston. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal it.
And there are so many times when you see these tight games won at home.
This is Hank and the Hornet on 98.9 The Flex, the official home of your Houston Rockets.
Get hip or get stuck.
This week on NBA 2K TV, reactions from the winner of our Shoe Creator Challenge. Details on the first ever Chris Webber 2K TV Invitational. Robbie has strategies for those My Team Spotlight challenges, and it's time to vote for Top Play of the Year.
Welcome to this week's episode of NBA 2K TV.
Last week, we announced the first ever winner of our Shoe Creator Challenge. Congratulations once again, Gamer Keezy.
We caught up with him after he heard the news. Check it out.
This is Hank and the Hornet on 98.9 The Flex, the official home of your Houston Rockets.
Get hip or get stuck.
Swoosh, just do it. Swoosh, just do it.
And we've got time for...
Well, James Harden is both famous and infamous with his skill at...
No doubt, David, he is one of the best. Thank you. And here's what the Rockets schedule looks like. On Monday, they'll be facing Steven Adams and the Oklahoma City Thunder. Then on Wednesday, they'll take on John Wall and the... A lot of player ejections in the playoffs last year. In fact, the highest in 3 decades. Seems like tensions, Chris, with the officials are still escalating.
Well, yeah, the relationship between the players and the referees, it's always an ongoing process, and it's definitely getting better. But last year we had the highest number of new referees in the history of the NBA. And so you're going to have growing pains when you have younger guys and understanding the culture of the league. But I like the way that we're going, and some of those rejections were warranted. Some of them weren't. I just look at that year as, that just happened. Let's see what happens. I'm not going to hold players and referees accountable to last season. I think we need a little bit more context before we make a decision on player ejections and flagrants and things like that. Just a little more research.
And for Houston, they've got Ben McLemore, Chandler out there with Rivers, and it's Ramos in at the 4-man position.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
Yeah, he's just not giving the ball up. He's passing with a purpose, and it's leading to scores.
And Che, the rookie for this team, Greg, he's a little bit of a rarity in the league. He stayed all 4 years in college.
And I know many people were shocked to see Che stay all 4 years as his stock dropped and dropped every year. But a lot of questions were asked about why he chose to stay, but he's trying to put that all behind him and make the most of the fact that he's here now.
Jacks up a 3. Good on the 3-point shot. Holiday with it. They can take their time on this possession.
It wouldn't be a bad idea. Just give themselves a little bit of a break.
Puts it up from 12. Good. He hits the jump shot. And the Pelicans lead by 16.
And pro move there. Finds a way to gain some separation against the much taller defender.
Yeah, showing that short area skill allows him to create some space.
No good from Ramos.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Yeah, that's not his spot. Plain and simple. Just trying to force something is rarely a good idea.
Holiday against Rivers. Clock at 4. From deep. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Holiday.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Pelicans.
They had a fantastic play from the bench.
And this team has great depth, and they showed it in this game.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
And a lot of players tonight helped contribute to this performance, but in particular, a real good game it was for Drew Holiday.
his vision and his ball movement impressed me the most. A tremendous night for him passing the basketball.
And it's Melly missing. The Rockets have gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the third. Pretty cold down the stretch. A nice shot by Rivers.
You see the quickness from Rivers right there. He's good at probing inside when he gets a chance.
44 seconds left in the game. Alexander Walker passes to Reddick. Passes to Hart. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And 4 years at Villanova for Josh Hart. Won the title back in 2016.
He just makes winning plays, hits perimeter shots, and the 30th pick in 2017, he has been solid.
And he can't hit the second.
And we all know that Hart plays superb defense. Now, the next step is becoming a more consistent offensive player.
Pass to Ramos. Over to the wing. Lets it go. Reddick with the rebound. So we see the Pelicans taking the W here. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one that
and let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Olson, this is Kevin Burke.
Yo, Che, get in here.
Levi?
Yeah. How's it going?
Good, man.
Take a seat. Get comfortable. Can I get you anything? Some water, coffee?
You know what? I'm pretty cool.
Okay, great. I don't know how much Zach filled you in on what's happening.
You know what? He really didn't say much. He just said somebody's going to, come in and do the day-to-day stuff.
Yep, that's pretty much the gist of it.
Got you. Now, what happened to Bailey, man? That was my guy.
Oh, he's around. He's around. I'm just going to be around a little bit more.
Okay.
Hey, but don't worry. My job is to get you paid. And I am good at my job.
Word.
All right? Endorsements, commercials, whatever it is you need, I'm going to take care of it. We're going to have a great relationship. And I know it's not going to happen overnight, but I'm going to earn your trust.
All right, sounds good to me, man.
Cool. Listen, I know you're a busy guy and you got a big schedule, so it was good meeting you. And if there's anything you need, anything at all,
okay,
I'm here.
Good meeting you, Levi.
All right, man.
All right.
See you soon.
All right, Levi. Be cool, bro.
You. Now I have to ask, what was your motivation in designing your shoe?
I actually just design shoes in real life. Like, I customize shoes all the time, and I'd spend hours just laying in my bed when I'm done playing 2K, designing shoes because I'm an artist. And when I designed this specific shoe, I went with the sticks because it's my favorite Jordan silhouette. It's a classic. And then I wanted something that would stand out, that was also not too much. I added all types of materials, all types of colors, just to make it something that you can wear on the down low, but it'll still stand out.
Now, one of the coolest things about the Shoe Creator Contest is that your shoe will be being put in the game for other people to download and wear. What is that going to mean to you?
Me being an artist, it means a lot. I've always wanted to see my art in people's houses or on people's clothing. The fact that all of my fans or all of my supporters are going to be able to put the shoe on, and even people who don't know who I am, when they go into the store and they're able to wear the shoe, just be seeing it on other people, I'm going to be really heartwarming because I spent a lot of time on the shoe. I've always wanted to see my art on other people or other people enjoying it, and the fact that they have the chance to do that now, it's just amazing.
Well, it's awesome. We're really happy that we can give you a platform to show your creativity.
Up next, the Rockets taking on the Thunder. For Houston, Welcome and good evening. We welcome you to our Monday night broadcast of the NBA here on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony, Hall of Famer Doris Burke, and another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge, from the sidelines. DA, it's all yours.
Well, guys, we know that the Rockets begin and end with the offensive wizardry of James Harden, the league's MVP in 2018. Now, some people have said they don't like watching that style with one player dominating the basketball. But, Kevin, James Harden is that good, that talented, that efficient, and that successful. And playing through him may be the best way for the Rockets to be successful as well.
It's tough to stop. You're right, DA. Thank you. Here's what Oklahoma City's schedule is looking like. On Wednesday, they'll go up against C.J. McCollum and the Portland Trailblazers. Then on... And now you find out if that can carry through the rigors of an entire regular season.
No doubt, Kevin. I think if you can establish some winning early, that can go a long way toward building momentum, building confidence, especially if you have a young team or if you're a veteran team who has aspirations to be champions. So much at stake early.
Good point. Tucker finds Westbrook, shoots. The Thunder pull it in. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
And that was a tough one. They expected to play well and did, just not well enough.
You know what? At the end of the day, it wasn't as close as it should have been. There were lapses all night that led to the deficit they couldn't overcome.
Al Harden, he had 15 points last outing. Lets the three fly. It's rebounded by Robertson.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Paul kicks to Adams. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Paul with the three. Rebounded by Ramos.
And even though Che didn't make too much of his time last game in that debut, Coach wanted to see a little bit more from him tonight.
Greg, I agree with you. It wasn't an easy start for him in his career, but this team is showing that they're going to give him ample chances to learn on the fly during the early stages of the season. Paul passes to Adams. Good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
This is Steven Adams at his absolute best. This guy is a high percentage shooter because he understands how to use his frame.
No one near Westbrook as he lets it go. Tucker can't get it to go.
Boy, what a job defensively. You couldn't play that any better.
Paul with the ball. Westbrook picks him up. Yep, that one goes in there.
And oozing with confidence right now. Paul makes plays off the bounce that others can't.
Well, we're now on the back end of what has been, Greg, an incredible career for Chris Paul. Perhaps no longer the undisputed best point guard in the game, but still a top challenge.
And Chris Paul might not be the best point guard, but any team would be happy to have him. His efficiency and playmaking aren't going away anytime soon. And even though he's never been an overly athletic player, that aspect of his game still is strong as ever.
Now last season, a bit of a renaissance. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Harden the pass to Tucker. Let's go. Shot clock reset for the Rockets. And they double up Gordon. Shot clock at 6. Now, here's Tucker, defended by Paul. Poke loose. Harden outside. Here's Ramos. Tries yet again. And he lays it up and in. And the Rockets lead by 19. And Che, no stranger to success as a pro basketball player. You know, Greg, he's already been on a championship team in the Summer League.
And that was a fantastic showing from Che during the Summer League tournament. I know a lot of fans will disregard any success that happens before the regular season, but it was hard to ignore the energy that Che played with.
Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Then it's P.J. Tucker. And there's Gordon. And it's Ramos in at the 4. That's the 5 for Houston right now.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Passes it to Adams. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. 6 points for Steven Adams.
The vision, the timelessness of Chris Paul's game. For many years, he's made everyone around him better.
I'll tell you, he's trying to help them extend this lead, but it's been a tough night for him individually.
Robertson with it. He's against Gordon. Robertson with it. Kept alive. Paul outside. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Houston.
I'll tell you, a rough quarter for him, and that puts so much pressure on the guys around him.
Count that one. Gordon's got 11.
If you leave someone open around Russell Westbrook, he knows it's his responsibility to find the open guy.
A big-time effort for Eric Gordon. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals. Houston, a whole new 5 on the floor. Then for the Thunder, Nerlens Noel comes in for Adams. And Ferguson subbed in for Chris Paul. So the Thunder 5 right now. Gallinari is out there with Ferguson. Then there's Dennis Schroeder. Then there's Robertson. And it's Noel in at the 5.
And another miss. Ooh, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right.
Well, tremendous composure on the interior from the guard, Austin Rivers. He's got the frame to complete that play.
Schroeder kicks to Robertson. Pass to Gallinari. This one for 3. And it's Rivers with the rebound. Rivers has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
Oh, a tough quarter for him offensively. He hasn't been able to give his team a lift when they need it.
While we have the time, let's take a look at last season's best transition teams. 5th on the list, the Thunder.
Yeah, I mean, it's a crowd-pleasing style, right? I mean, this club just got out and ran at every possible chance.
Both free throws good from Ramos.
And what a journey it's been for Austin Rivers since being drafted 10th overall back in 2012. Looked like he might not have what it takes to be an NBA player early, but he persevered and is now an integral part of this group.
Oh, my goodness. Save that one. I want to see that again.
Me too. Just absolutely beautiful. From beyond the arc, it's rebounded by Robertson. Oklahoma City has gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. The pass to Roby. And stolen by Murray. And here we go. Fast break. Murray's got it. And it's Murray with the jam.
Way ahead of the field. He can do pretty much whatever he wants.
Big time play right there, showing the activity and ability to impact this game.
Schroeder looking around. Here's Noel. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got 3 assists now in this one. And here's Rivers. Passes it to Ramos. From deep three-point range, that shot off. And so it's the Houston Rockets out there all by themselves with a third. Let's hear what Mike D'Antoni was going over with his team moments ago.
Come on now, this is the time you got to put down the...
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. We've got Murray, Rivers out there with Chandler, and it's Clemens in at the 1 spot. That's the 5 for Houston right now. And it's Schroeder missing. On offense, here are the Rockets. They've got the Wizards ahead of them. Their next game in Washington sets in motion a 4-game road trip for them. Doris, you've said this often. It is incredibly difficult to compare guys of different positions in different eras, isn't it?
It really is. There's so many discussions about who's the GOAT, who's the greatest of all potential time. And there are certain names that are always going to pop to the top of the list, LeBron James. But it's very difficult to me, say, to compare a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, one of the greatest to ever man the center position, had the impossible-to-check sky hook. But how do you compare him with LeBron James, who, though he is, and I don't know what position he is, he may be the greatest passer in the history of the league. Like, let's enjoy.
So we see the Rockets taking the win here. And the outcome of this one was never in.
They really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Hey, great win, fellas. Great win. Good game. Good game. Hey, let me get that shoe. Let me get that shoe for my kid. Come on, man. Let me get a picture. Hey.
Over here.
Hey, yeah. Over here. Over here.
You know what I like about a new season, Hornet?
The games?
Well, yeah, of course. I'm itching for some NBA action, but that's not what I'm talking about. What I like is how everyone
"2KMC, here with your 2K Compete events happening in the neighborhood. Music, glowing clothing, and double rep? Oh yeah! Beats by Night is back this Saturday, and it's gonna be lit. It's dime time on Sunday. Rack up assists to reach the goal, and everyone who contributes gets that VC. Tuesday, we've got double rep 1v1 all day long.
Up next, the Wizards taking on the Rockets. For the Washington...
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
And you've got it on 2K Sports for Wednesday night action and for a look. Hey, Dave.
Well,
it sure is. Thanks, David. A look at the opening lineup for the Houston Rockets. Harden and Gordon are out on the wing.
Here we go.
E.J. Tucker is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Westbrook in at the one. Just improve as the season goes along, but maybe not if you have personality issues in that locker room.
You know, Kevin, it's one of the most fragile elements in team sports: chemistry, culture, accepting roles, sacrificing your own individual game for the good of the team. And I think it's always a work in progress.
And as a leader, as I know you were when you played, I'm sure you were dealing with those things all season long.
Yeah, you try to lead by example, but also there's opportunity and times when you have to step up and voice what you see that could be detrimental to your team's success.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does make me look back a little bit, but I could never throw it down like that. But it sure does look good.
Outside, Beal. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. Back to Wall. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And that one, good. Wall's got his second bucket of the night.
He does not lack for confidence, and he shouldn't. I mean, this guy's a dangerous scorer.
Down low, here's Westbrook. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Ball passes to Wagner. Dishes it to Beal. Beyond the arc. Rebounded by Tucker. Rockets leading by 3. Gordon inside. He's covered by Brown. And again, the Rockets good for 2.
And Gordon's so efficient as a scorer, especially from the mid-range where he's almost automatic.
Pass to Hachimura. Over Ramos. It's rebounded by Houston. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
And it was one of those games where it was just hard to get anything going. And you could see frustrations emerge.
And you know what? Even though it was a frustrating night shooting the ball, they found a way to get it done and pulled it out. And a win's a win, and that ultimately is all that matters.
Well, it's no secret that the Rockets are looking to take threes as often as possible. Over 45 a game last year.
Well, you think about the Rockets, and clearly they're the forerunners of the analytics application in how they play. Well over half their shots last season from three-point range broke their own record last year in three-point attempts.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Napier kicks to Beal. It's rebounded by McLemore.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
And he's got his first free throw of the game. And the first one drops. So, and let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Rockets.
Great hustle defensively through the first half, contesting everything and racking up the block shots.
Yeah, another thing they've done well, guys, a lot of steals in the first half. Really getting after it defensively.
Free throw no good for Westbrook.
Well, you knew after the Paul George trade that the Thunder would look to sell on Westbrook as well. Just part of the rebuild at this point. His agent did well to get him to a team looking to compete. A great fit for a player in this stage of Russ's career.
Ball runs the point with Beal at the 2. Brown out there with Hachimura. And it's Wagner in at the center. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington.
And really, the three-point shot is Gordon's specialty, Kevin. When he squares himself up, there's a real high chance he's dropping it in.
Beal with it, and it's Harden picking him up, and now it's Westbrook running. He can go all the way, and the dunk by Westbrook.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Hachimura, the pass to Brown. To the left wing. Outside, Beal. A three ball. Russell Westbrook with the rebound. Westbrook's got his 5th rebound in this one. Offensive rebound. A second chance effort. Ramos misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake. Looking at Washington, they took the win in their last game out against the Spurs. .111 left to play here in the half. All with it. He had 19 points in the win against San Antonio. Beal from long range doesn't get it.
I mean, that's how bad his shot selection has been.
And here's Harden for 3. Beal pulls it in.
Yeah, I tell you what, for him, this has been a game to forget. But somehow they still find themselves with the lead.
Here's Wagner, guarded by Tucker. It's rebounded by Houston. This their first look at this year's Washington squad.
And it was a matchup you thought they would have cruised through, but they actually dropped a game in this series last year.
Greg, you know, it was 1-1 split from two teams on the opposite side of the standings. And, you know, as we've said many times, anything can happen when you play out of conference.
And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time. Brown the pass to Wagner, and he jams it with authority.
Well, I'll tell you what, his vertical is awesome, off the charts. A short center who still makes his presence felt.
Here's Harden, and they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
You know, we talk about Harden's skill set, which is superb, but there's no quit in this guy. He's got a great competitive spirit, and even when you bang him and bump into him, he just muscles through that and says, play on.
Now, here's Wall. To the middle. Here's Hachimura. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Wall's got his 3rd assist on the night. He doesn't hit that one. And so it's Houston looking at a 13. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks.
Hey, all eyes on me. All right, nice work out there. I like the attention to detail. I like the hustle. I like the sense of urgency y'all are playing with, all right? Now, I want y'all to put a body on someone constantly, all right? Anytime that ball is up for grabs, put a body on it, all right? Make them feel you. I want these guys to be sick and tired of you by the end of this game, all right? So get physical, push them around. That's how we put them away. All right, bring it in. Win on 3. 1, 2, 3. Win.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive. And a new group getting ready for the Wizards. Ryan is checked in for Mo Wagner. Bertanis comes in for Hachimura. Napier, he's checked in for Brown. And Smith subbed in for John Wall. Take a look at the NBA. Who's the best, you think, Clark, at controlling the defensive glass, getting the missed most shots and getting their offense back in gear?
Yeah, I think even though he's a bit undersized, he does a great job. Draymond Green, not only does he rebound the ball defensively, but he also can ignite the break because of his ball handling and passing ability. Giannis Antetokounmpo does a great job on the defensive backboards, as does Joel Embiid.
So on the floor for Houston, they've got McLemore, Green is out there with Austin Rivers, and it's Ramos in at the 4 spot.
And you know, Smith, the former Demon Deacon, he's a savvy veteran whose passing and shooting really can frustrate opponents.
Murray's checked in for Houston. To the inside, here's Ramos. Green breaking loose, and he banks in the layup.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth, physical basketball, guys.
Smith the pass to Beal. No good on the triple.
Feels to me like this team is going to need more from him, guys. I mean, if they're to erase this deficit, he's got to step up.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And that's why you have such a huge gap in the shooting numbers between the teams.
Napier kicks to Beal. Here's the teardrop. Bertinus. The shot comes out, and the Rockets take it the other way. Here's Rivers, and finished off by Rivers.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air.
All alone, and the shot goes down. Berton's got 5 points so far.
You talk about passing. Smith is one of the best in the game in that aspect. An incredible distributor.
And here's Rivers. 12 points for him. Pass to Ramos. Shoots a 3. Bryant with the rebound. Bryant's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Smith for 3. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's Houston ahead by 26 points as we get... And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Mahinmi is out there with Pasekniks. Then there's Payton. Then there's Ish Smith. And it's Bonga in at the 3. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. Pass to Murray. The 17-footer. The offensive rebound and the pass to Ramos. Clock at 6. Here's Clemens. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Rivers against Payton. Got it. Good job in the low post.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
The Rockets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Rivers against Payton. Here's Ramos. And that one's on target from the wing.
And a nice spark for their offense here in the second half. Now above 50% for the game.
And, you know, guys, that kind of offensive efficiency really keeps a lot of pressure on the opponent, and that's part of why the lead is what it is.
Here is Mahinmi. Pass to Pasekniks. Oh, that's blocked. And it's Houston on the break. Rivers looking over the floor. Drills the three-pointer. And a breakdown here, guys, the hustle stats for Houston.
Their defense has been outstanding, closing out on shots and blocking a few as well.
They've worked hard tonight at crashing the boards as well. They've had a bunch of second-chance points.
No one near Payton as he lets it go. The Rockets pull it in.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Fires the 3. Out of bounds.
Out of bounds.
Washington takes possession. The Wizards making a switch here. Wall's checked in. Damari Carroll's checked in for Houston. Harden comes in for Austin Rivers. And over. Harden outside. So we see the Rockets taking the win here. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Clark Carlon, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. So long.
Yeah, well, who are you, huh? Now, who are you?
Jake. Garbage. No one knows you. No one knows.
What do, Coach?
Have you said to yourself at the beginning of that game?
Yeah.
That was great. See, I love having a pro on to give us the inside scoop on it.
Scoop it and ship it, Hank.
What you said.
How's he liking the city?
Oh, he's loving it. Loving it a lot more now he's gotten off the bench, too. There he is.
Hey, guys.
Shay, how's it going?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Take a seat, fellas.
Yeah,
Let's
cool.
talk.
Yeah.
So I want you to meet Don, the rep from Under Armour.
Big fan of yours, Jay. It's really great to meet you.
Oh, thanks, man. I'm excited to be here with you.
I think it's safe to say we're all excited about potentially working together.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So what do you say we just jump right in, start talking contracts?
Yeah, let's do it. Works for me.
Let's do it. Pretty painless, huh?
For you, maybe, but I got to justify this number to my bosses.
Don, that is no way to treat your new star.
Look, you guys know I'm just playing, right? Nothing but love over here. Seriously, Jay, we are really excited to bring you into the Under Armour family, and we think this partnership has got a great future.
I appreciate that, Don. looking forward to working with you guys.
Nice. First of all, I'd like to thank all of you for joining us today. You know, whenever you get an athlete of Che's caliber to join your team, that is a reason to celebrate. And the Under Armour team is thrilled to have him on board. All right, I know you all want to talk to him, so we'll get right to it and toss it to Che for questions.
Ted the man, what's up?
Congrats on the new deal, Che. So what's it mean to sign a deal like that at this stage of your career?
You know, it's pretty cool to know that someone thinks highly enough for you to have you represent them. But, you know, for me, I'm always going to focus more on winning, on the team, and being a better basketball player. I mean, that's what it's all about, right? Basketball comes first, and this stuff comes second. Okay, I'll take another question. Vinny, what's up?
Now that you got all that shoe deal money, you planning on splurging a little?
Splurging. I don't know about all that, man. You know, I don't want to be one of those guys who wastes all his money before he retires. You know, I got a long career ahead of me, hopefully. But nothing's guaranteed in this league. You know what? Maybe after I retire and it's all over, I'll splurge a little. But for now, it's all about ball.
All right, we got time for one more question. Patty.
Any plans to release a signature shoe?
I mean, that's the goal, yeah? I believe in myself, so why shouldn't I believe I deserve my own shoe?
All right, that's all the time we have questions for. I want to thank everybody for attending, and of course to Che, too, for being so kind to give us a few minutes during his busy schedule.
Thanks, everyone. Appreciate it.
All right.
Hey, Patty, we got to sit down for the interview.
You know it.
Hey, thanks for coming back. Let me know if you need anything.
Thanks, man.
Those look awesome. Great choice.
Can I try these out?
Absolutely.
Got to get back out there, bro. Thanks.
You got it.